Hey guys, Ken here from the Retro Toy Escapades channel in Malaysia. On the channel today, I'm doing a comparison between the recent Super 7 Wave 6 classic toy Recolor Mumm-Ra and that of the original vintage LJN Toys release from 1985. In my full review of the Super 7 Wave 6 Mumm-Ra figure, I did mention that both him and Lionel were the first ever Thundercats Ultimates figures that I finally decided to add to my collection. I never picked up any of the previous releases, and so I did not have the original Mumm-Ra from Super 7's Ultimates Wave 2 to use as a comparison. Now this new Mumm-Ra uses the same body sculpt from that earlier release, but adds a new redeco and several sculpt changes to make it match better to the vintage original. Now the new figure also comes with a whole lot less in terms of accessories, while charging you the same amount for a deluxe Ultimates figure. And that, well, totally sucks actually, Now, since the new figure is going with the Wave 2 body, Mumm-Ra also looks absolutely gargantuan when compared to the vintage figure. But that's fine because Mumm-Ra is supposed to look massive anyway, and the original 80s figure was a bit on the small side. I also mentioned in a few earlier videos that despite being recolored to match the original, they actually went with a light green body tone instead of blue like he's supposed to be. And that is frustrating, right? Although the green does look good, I gotta admit, but it's just not entirely accurate. A lot of fans pointed out the fact that Mumm-Ra is missing one of the black bands that's supposed to be on his left bicep. The vintage figure from 1985 had it, but the new one doesn't, as the Wave 2 body that it reuses did not come with it as well. Now, it is noticeable that the band isn't there, but somehow I don't seem to have such an issue with it. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay about that, but there's other stuff that bugs me about the figure, okay? Now, on the new figure, the bandages are now separately sculpted as opposed to them just being painted on like with the vintage figure. So, Mumm-Ra actually looks more alive. The loincloth is also a separate sculpt on the new figure, made out of flexible material that allows for a good range of posability in the legs. On the vintage figure, the loincloth was just part of the paint job, and that was pretty lazy, but also pretty normal for the 1980s. Now, I like the improved paint apps on his boots. You get more painted sections this time around on the new figure, and this really helps to define it a lot better. The one major drawback is the quality of the snake headdress on the new figure. The snake headdress has been completely reworked to match the classic look, but it looks pretty terrible, right? And it feels so fragile that every time I handle it, I feel like I'm gonna crack it. Also, it doesn't fit securely on Mumm-Ra at all, okay? By comparison, the headdress on the vintage figure fits fantastic. Now, the original snake headdress from 1985, which I'm holding up here in my right hand, is actually made out of really high quality. I mean, it feels soft, it's a little bit flexible, but it doesn't feel like it's gonna crack, And more importantly, it's big. It's way bigger than the new one. And I think that that's what you needed, okay, to make a bigger snake headdress to fit over his head so that it stays on really well. Now, when it comes to the other accessories, he gets the big black sword, all right, just like the vintage. I've got the new one here in my left hand and the vintage one on my right. And they're actually about the same size. This is a pretty good replica. I think that the vintage one here, or at the bottom of the handle there, it's cracked off. Okay, so that's why it seems a little bit shorter. But yeah, they're about the same size. Similarly, when it comes to his short, curved dagger, both of these are actually about the same size. Again, the new one's on my left hand, the vintage one is on my right. And they're pretty good replicas, with just some color differences between the two. It's a pretty good remake. I think that they've done a really good job here with the weapons. The one glaring omission, okay, that I think that a lot of fans, die-hard fans, would have appreciated is the inclusion of the power ring. This thing may seem a little bit kiddish, but it's cool, okay? It's powered by a AAA battery on the inside. It's got a ring holder at the bottom there for you to slot your finger inside. But what this thing actually does is that when you plug it onto the back of the figure or the slot here at the bottom, it actually powers up the figure, right, and gives it a light up eye function. Okay, so check this out, right? Mumm-Ra lights up, and man, he looks really cool, okay? You know what? This is a seriously fucking creepy effect, right? Especially on a character like Mumm-Ra. And you know what? If you were to fiddle around with the ring holder at the back, it kind of gives it the effect that the eyes are flickering, all right? Just fucking amazing. Now, I understand that they couldn't have incorporated electronics into the new figure. Maybe it would have driven up the cost a little bit too much. But what they could have done is probably included the power ring as a homage and maybe just have glow in the dark eyes or something like that. Okay. I mean, how hard would that have been, right? So yeah, the figure does have its shortcomings. Overall, I'm still really happy with it, okay, because it's like a modern day update of the vintage Mumm-Ra. And I do wish that certain things could have been a little bit better. But let me know in the comment section, okay, if you guys pick this figure up and what you think of it. Hit me up right there, and I'll catch you guys again real soon with more content. Thank you and take care out there.